What's up, everybody? Sean here with another Live to Roll. We are actually waiting on the guest for just a moment here. I think hopefully she'll be able to pop in a little bit. But for now, we're going to hang out, do some introductions. Maybe I can even start with a sponsor thanks in the beginning for once. And then we can get into it. And maybe even talk a little bit before we get started on keeping cool because I know Bobby's over there struggling right now. So yeah, I'm Sean. I'm a C5, C6 quadriplegic from a snowboarding accident 22 years ago. Bobby, you want to give a little introduction?
Sure, I'm Bobby Rohan from a C56 quadriplegic from a bicycle accident 37 years ago.
Yes, sir. And Leah said my head looks huge, and I was just gonna say my hair looks crazy as hell, but both are true. But let me go ahead and real quick too before we get started. I'm going to thank
Sure.
our sponsors for the show. Our sponsors are Mobility Pros and Urology Professionals. We do really appreciate their support. They have been supporting us since the beginning. And if you do need any durable medical equipment, any major thing like a wheelchair, standing from anything like that, give Mobility Professionals a call. If you're in the Southern California area, they can help you out. And nationwide, urology professionals can send you your catheter supplies anywhere in the country, straight to your doorstep. So give them a call. I'll shout them out again at the end, but we do appreciate their support very much.
Yeah, I think it's that hat style.
Yeah, this
That,
hat, it's a little bit. This one wears a little funny, and my hair was just kind of wild. I got to cut it really bad, and it's just, it's just, it's just everywhere.
and it does kind of look like one of those. Um, I don't know how they're popular, but I think a lot of people, football fans, wear these big. I can't. Where's my hand? Big hats.
Oh, with a
Uh,
giant built, yeah, yeah.
it's just like, geez, sort of kind of looks like that.
No, I know it does look like kind of a little bit oversized for some reason right now, but whatever it is, this one sits a little high on my head, I think. Yeah, it's but and then I think the other part of it on my hair was usually when I get up out of the shower, I like to put my hat on right away, and it kind of like mats everything down and gets everything going. Today I didn't do that. I actually ended up putting my cooling towel on, and like spraying, so it like and it shifted, so it just went all crazy. And
So you are getting hot there.
oh no, yeah, I'm not getting hot. Of
Okay.
course I'm
The
getting
way
hot.
you were kind of making it sound like, well, yeah, no, it's not bad.
We've just gotten used to adjusting a little bit, making sure we're like inside, done with any like physical activity outside by 10 or so, and then inside by noon. And then for me, like, because I always still go out and like help brush the dog and stuff, which I'll do on the patio in the shade. But today it was like 11:30 or so, and it was over 100 degrees already. It was like 101, it said on the thing. So it, I had my cooling towel on, full sprayed cool, like, you know, I don't spray my face anymore um, directly on my skin because, for one, it does that thing we've talked about. Once you spray and it dries, it makes you feel hot as hell and it just keeps.
You got it. You start all day long.
But the other thing is, it actually makes my skin irritated. It gives me like these, like you can actually see on my face right here or on this side, there's a little bit of a red spot right there. So I get like skin irritation, dryness and stuff, especially around my nose and things. And if I spray, I think maybe like because if I were to wash or wipe my face after, maybe I don't know. But the one time I did do it, I had like little red spots all over like my head over here where I sprayed, and my skin got super irritated. So I didn't want to do it anymore. So now I just, but I do like spray my whole. I don't do my back anymore because of the. I don't want to get a sore rub wound, but I will like soak my sleeves and the whole front of my chest and shirt. So like my shirt is soaked. Like I'm out there and just like it's dripping wet, but it'll dry in 15, 20 minutes. So like I got, it dries fast, and you got to come back, cool
Yeah.
down, and yeah, get it.
No, I had an area where last year when I was really training for the uh, to do a cycling 3 day cycling thing with my brother, knowing like one day was going to be close to 90 miles. And just like there's not many days I can skip here in August because it was at the end of September. And as riding, towards the ride, I was just getting wet, and it goes down your back. Yeah, it's hitting your shirt, getting it nice and wet. So if you have any breeze, and that's been the crazy part, we don't even have breezes going on. Like there's no
Mhm.
breeze compared to like last year. And I think so. That was great, but somewhere in October, you know, really we're looking at my butt and going, what is this? It's not a breakdown. It's not the start of a sore, anything like that, until we finally figured it out. It was um, fungus.
That's
That like if you get fungus on your feet, it was, so I would get back from my ride because I would try to go out early in the morning. And then, of course, as it ran down my back and probably down the back of my pants, not realizing that, my pants and the bottom, it's getting damp as well. And it's really that dampness. So I had to be, I have to be really careful.
Yeah, I know, and that's actually I do honestly I think that's actually what I get the little spots. It is like a skin. It's an irritation, but it's like a fungus. It is like a. It's not what's it called? Not psoriasis, but it's like eczema or whatever, like that. Like what is it? Sebor dermatitis, some sort of dermatitis. It's a dermatitis.
Yeah, I hear you with you. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so it's like a. It is like a whatever, like a skin
It's
irritation.
yeah. It's just basically not good for your skin.
But yeah, so that's the one thing that I have really tried to, because like you said, you got it all down your back and stuff. You got like a fungus, like, and I don't know if it's like same thing, but I do get like those like red blotchy spots. Um, I don't really get them too. I get them some on my chest, but I actually mostly get them on my face, on my nose here, and then up on my forehead up here, like right, like yeah, at the very top, like the crown, like at my hairline basically. And I don't know if that's those are areas I get AD sweat a lot. Like when I get AD sweat, like my forehead and my nose are areas that always get like that clammy sweat, you know? And I've been getting a ton of that lately. Like my face is sweats every day.
Hmm. Yeah, it's hard. And the only area I got that fungus was under my bottom. And it's
Yeah.
probably because, once that seeped down in there, and I'll answer your question here, Quad, Angry Quad, um, is you're sitting on there and row hose are meant to air, but when you got nothing but almost like when it's hot and steam and from just sitting there, it's really warm down there. I think that's what kind
Yeah.
of caused the problem. So that's the best I can think of because like you said, your shirt's dry in 15 minutes, and that's the way my shirt was too. It would be dry, but the one part that didn't get dry is the bottom, or right there, where at the bottom of my pants, and then even below that sometimes. So that's where I got the most breakdown.
Yeah, no, that's exactly because that's not going to have the opportunity to dry. It's going to stay all hot and moist, and hot and moist is not good for much.
Yeah, and I believe we have a big our over the line tournament coming up at the beginning of September,
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
I'm just kind of nervous, like because I haven't done poured water like that, and you know how it gets when we're playing that over the line, especially
Oh,
in
it's
September.
hot.
Either that, and what I would have to do is come home and change as quick as I can. So, and my brother's going to be in town that day, so I might have an easy way to just, hey, bro. First, I'll get the eye rolls, like, oh, really? But he'll do it.
Yeah. And Derek said he actually gets where he gets AD sweating, it gives him red dry patches. So yeah, maybe that is so. I mean, obviously, it has something to do with the moisture, your skin thing. So like the sweat. Yeah. But yeah, that's a one thing. What?
I'm wondering, Derek, are you talking about on your face and forehead or other parts like, like I notice I get them on my top of my shoulders, but I get these red bumps. They get like I have a real bad itchiness right where, but I think some of it is where that feeling starts to come and go.
Yeah,
So, oh, you know,
I got that too. I hate the.
okay,
Sometimes
yeah.
I'll be like trying so hard. I'm like trying to reach. I'm like, I can't quite. It's not there, and if you can't scratch it anyways. It's just like burning and itching in that spot. But um,
One thing Nicole 78 said, the one thing I would say, I know you want to get rid of your Rojo, see if you can get a demo that you can try for a week. It's hard to switch a cushion, and you want to make sure when you switch, especially if you're used to a Rojo, it is somewhat hard to go to another. So think about what you're going to go to. Talk with a therapist that, if you have access to that, um, just be real careful. Uh, you know, I know sometimes the first couple of days you can be like, yeah, this is great. And then after a week, you're like, oh man, I don't know. The last time I had a switch cushion about 4 years ago after using the same one for 25 years, ooh, that was hard. And I went to a Rojo.
yeah, that's a switching cushions. Anything like that is definitely super hard because even I've always used the same Rojo hybrid cushion. Like since the beginning of my injury. That's the one I had used this like Nexus Spirit Rojo one, and they discontinued that a few years ago. And I remember I had a little bit of a panic attack, like slightly because I was real nervous to try a new cushion. Like you said, like I just that's what I'm familiar with. That's what I've been sitting on for how many years. But I still went to what Rojo's new hybrid cushion is, which has the air cells in the back and the foam on the front. I did not really like it at first, but now I've gotten used to it. And now I love it, and it's way better than the old cushion. So it just took me.
Yeah, and Nicole, you got that humidity out there in North Carolina is can be crazy. Definitely, whatever part you're in. So I get it. I get it. Definitely talk with some of the people that live out there, and therapists, uh, and just after you switch, be careful. Is about the best I can say. There's another. What is it? J cushions, the gel, and they're great, great cushions. Never would say anything bad about them, but you do have to watch over time that the gel moves in one area. But it's, some people just don't read the directions, I would say. I'm not saying that I'm one of them that do all the time, but you want to do is it's called needling the gel and moving it, making sure it doesn't go to one side. So
Yeah, no, I actually didn't really know that that was a thing for a long time. But our old friend, which rest in peace, Kyle. Um, I remember like every time he would transfer into his seat in and out, even if he would be for like 10 minutes, he would transfer. He would always have to need his gel cushion.
yeah,
I always remember like every time, like, yeah, I do that every single time, bro. He'd be like, he'd be like
especially the less gel, like the J Extreme, if they still have those, the where the gel's just in the back. You want to make sure you knead it out. The bigger J2 contours that has so much gel, not as much, but you do have to be careful. So
yeah, yeah, no, also all those things. So I've never actually used the gel cushion because, like I said, I've been on that same Rojo hybrid for my entire
yeah.
thing. Which now I just have the new Rojo hybrid style one, and it
Mhm.
actually is a lot nicer. Like I said, it's just that transition. Even when it's so similar, same company, same everything, transitioning was weird and tough. It took a minute. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah,
So
Nicole said they had a J. She had a J cushion in the past and loved it.
yeah, I love JJ's uh, picture. The hey, what's up?
The little emoji thing is cool. And that's what they said. They use the Supracore stimulate, which I've seen those. Those are those honeycomb style ones, and those ones are the Supracore one are like a quality company. I know they make a. They're one of the ones that at the I've seen at the Abilities Expo for years, um, and have been making the cushions for quite some time. So uh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, and they're great. I won't say anything, but I loved mine. They were lightweight. They made a low profile. This is just me. Uh, Till one day, it could have been anything. I don't know, but it was sort of acting like what we're talking about with the Rojo because they have little air pockets, meaning honeycomb shape. And I'll call you back later, Scam. And sorry about that. Um, so that he can be trapped in there just like a row hose. And I mean, in my young day, like I was 22, 23, I developed a pimple from it, I think. So I don't want to say that was from that cushion or not. It just scared me enough to go to a different cushion.
And Zen Vibe, which that is Terra, I believe, Robin Terra there. But she says that they use a J Fusion Cryo cushion, which is a cooling cushion. That's cool. I didn't actually realize that they had like a cooling cushion like that, cryo cushion. So that's something maybe to check out, um, especially for Nicole that was talking about yeah the heat. That's actually a cool idea. I have to ask ask them about that.
Soto, you got a new computer. Look that up. I'd be curious. Or if you know, JJ, uh, if you're still getting, they're quite firm, to be fair. Yeah. But I loved mine. But are they making it or not? So,
Yeah, that's what Robert said. They might not make it. Maybe they're not. Because yeah, I when was referring to seeing them at the Abilities Expo, that was some years ago, definitely. But uh, but I just assumed that they were all still around because they seem like a pretty like
yeah.
big good company. But,
And real quick before Angry Quad, he always goes, question, answer my question. I'm just going to let everybody know my wife did come home on Friday. It was out of the blue, kind of a discharged, and it's going. It's rough. She's adjusting, and I'm just going to give it time, and we're taking one step at a time. So, thanks for asking. I appreciate it, Quad, Angry Quad, Sean.
yeah, yeah, no, that's I'm sure a lot of people want to get a little bit of an update on that because a lot of people know, um, something, things have been going.
Yeah, but
So, and
it's we've all been through something that is sometimes can be so hard, and you know, um, you got to take it 1 minute and 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, till until something. I don't even know where I was going with that, but um, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what's the best and the next move, for her health, and we're not quite there. So, but thank you, reaching or asking and reaching out with all the love and support from a lot of her friends and my friends and you guys. Thank you. I appreciate that tremendously, Ingrid One.
yeah, man, everybody I know does want to be here to support you. I know we're all the big community together here. Um,
Yeah.
and
Thank
then I
you,
don't know
Tristan.
if JJ was talking about the Supercore. They said they move factories. I don't know if they're talking about Supercore or not, but oh, it was on temporary halt.
Halt.
Temporary. Okay, so maybe
Uh,
they are moving factories, like JJ said, or something.
yeah, and I mean they were huge. Is it Soto? Is it all of their products? So I'd be really curious about that because they were one of the big games out there in cushions. It was Rojo, J, um, Supercore. What's another one, Sean? Um,
Now
uh,
they have like the
what's the one
smart
mold?
cushions.
Oh, the ride system,
What is it?
which is still, new compared to those two companies. The ride,
Oh, right.
which the ride system, for anybody that doesn't know it, it's a molded cushion for you. They do make cushions that are prefab, but the best type that would work for anyone having skin issues is the molded ride systems because they pressure map you, and I think they actually you have to get a mold. Which what happens is um, you sit on a what would look like a cushion, and once you're down in there, it sucks the air out and takes an imprint of your butt, and so really your ischials are floating, so you're not actually sitting on your butt.
Yeah, no, that is cool. Those are really cool the way they can do that and customize the
The problem with that is, so now you're molded into this great hole, but once you try to like pull, your hips out a little bit, and I'm famous for it, like sitting up nice and straight, and then after a while, my balance gets tired, uh, and I like to push my hips out, and you can't do that with those.
yeah, you're pretty much stationary in that spot because yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, you can't really shift and adjust much. And Robert said that they're merging their medical and aerospace products to a new location, so they're not out of business. They're just
Okay,
simply
good.
merging everything into one location. Um,
Let's
and then, yeah,
design.
Angry Quad said, "Let's design a new cushion,"
Uh,
which
and I've talked about this before. It wasn't a new cushion, but it was actually a cushion cover that um, where I worked at Rancho, their Caltech program, one of the professors, he also worked at Rancho. And so he would have the students come in and they had to get a group into four and they would come to our support groups. And we are lagging. Hopefully my voice
is
isn't
it?
lagging. Yeah, maybe not on your end. Maybe it's me. It's not you, it's me. Um, but they would come in and try to design products for a chair user or people with disabilities. I've seen a really cool umbrella, easy to hold and easy to attach. But the best thing I ever saw was a cushion cover where they had a map system that would you would have an app that goes with it, and it would show if you have moisture. So for anybody that might leak,
Oh,
or kind of what we
cool.
were talking about, getting ourselves wet, and then you have too much moisture, it would you would get a text message or a notification saying, "Hey, a lot of moisture here," or it could so or if you had an accident, it would also show like today, Tuesday, the 25th, you've had a lot of pressure on your right side. And then at any time, you can also look at it where it would tell you if, you're red back there or anything like that. Such an awesome cushion cover. They took it to a contest after they developed it. They won. And then, about 3 months later, I asked the professor, like, are they doing anything with this? Because they can make a lot of money. And they're like, he's like, no, they don't care.
It
They,
was
they're,
just
it was just their project.
wow, that's crazy. They actually weren't trying to make it
They
like a
didn't know. They
big
had
super.
no desire to go try to get it patented and try to market it or anything. They're like, we just did the class project. I was so disappointed because that would have been awesome for a lot of people.
Yeah, no, that's actually really cool. That'd be great, amazing technology for most people. Just even like, yeah, though, the moisture sensitivity, um, even without the pressure type mapping, but both is that's really incredible. That would be so cool to be able to see like at the end of the day, um, or yeah, or get those notifications. But yeah, that is cool. That's a bummer that never made it. Um, I'm not sure if Brion is gonna end up making it on.
No, it looks
I
like
guess we'll just kind of go ahead and finish talking about whatever you guys, if you guys have any other questions or anything else.
yeah,
Um, we could go back even. I know you were mentioning some of the heat stuff. We didn't actually talk too much about that. Uh, we went into cushions, which is awesome. Another, which had to do with sort of the heat a little bit and moisture.
yeah. I know you never know where this show is going to take us, but we got 20 people in the chat. Please ask away. If we don't know the answer, obviously we have a lot of great people. Robert Soto has his computer next to him, so he can help us do the research. I'll put you in charge. um, I'm kidding. But yeah, ask away. And we've talked about heat. It is an issue for a lot of us, and trying to deal with it. Um, when you are indoors, uh, I don't have air conditioning because I do live in Southern California. I am about 3.5 miles from the beach. It's straight on, and I'm just it's just hot, and so when you don't have air conditioning, it's like it's 87. How how do how do you keep cool? Like, I don't know, do you have actual air conditioning or central air in your home, Sean, or not?
Well, so we have two mini split systems, but they're basically on either side of the house. We have one, you can't quite see it, but there's one right behind me, or this side up above here. So there's one that cools this living room. Like I can feel cool air hitting me right now. There's a fan on. It's very cool in here. Um, but what's cool about this house is there's one on each side of the house, and the house does have a dividing door. So we have living room and kitchen on one side with the mini split, the couple of bedrooms and bathroom on the other side with the mini split. So basically, the house can be sectionally cooled. We can, if we're on this side, we can close that door, run this one cooler, keep that one maybe like running at like a higher temp, just so it's not getting too hot. But yeah, it having both of those, and we even actually have a window unit in our bedroom for just to cool our room when we need it. So there's actually three air conditioners here, but
Yeah,
not like a central system.
but not
But for
where
us, but it does help for cooling, for doing like cooling the areas we're in. Like we only really have to cool the areas we're using essentially. Um, so yeah, that it actually does cool great here. And out here, you wouldn't be able to survive. There's no way without an air conditioning system. Like you're by the beach, and I know that's the thing with a lot of people that live in cooler climates by the beach. You guys don't have AC systems, but when you get these heat waves, that does make it a little bit.
it makes it challenging. But I do have, like, not like what you have. Yours is probably way more powerful, but I do have two portables out, one in the living room, one in the family room, and that area is somewhat cool. And then I have one for my bedroom, and I think during the off season, right now, I think I wouldn't get an appointment until way late, and it would be way expensive because it's that prime time where everybody's doing that. But I think I'm gonna cut something above this window where I can have a unit, one of those hotel like looking units.
Well, that's what the
Uh,
mini split units. That's what you honestly you get a
is
mini
that
split. That's what they are, and the only hole they have to put through the wall is like a 2 inch in diameter hole that the couple of the coolant lines run through things. Like there's a system, one part that mounts on the inside of your house on the wall, and then there's like the actual unit that's outside, and all there is like a couple of the aluminum copper like lines, that run the Freon um, in and out. So there's you don't even have to do like a giant construction thing. It's not like a major install. They're like super simple. Like I was like, can I show it? Yeah, you can see it actually.
Oh,
There
I
you
can kind of, yeah, you
go. It's
know,
on the wall back there. So
no,
like
I get
that's
that.
all it
Yeah.
is. It's just, and then the bottom thing is just a vent. It's it has a swing arm, so it does both side to side and up and down swing, and yeah, like it just
I know I'm ready for something like that.
yeah, you could definitely get one of those installed in that room, and it would cool it easily and well. So yeah, for
Yeah.
anybody that's looking, Central AC is amazing. Yeah, like Angry
Yeah,
Quad
I do.
said, Soto said, but for sometimes the mini splits are a great system. Like for us, for here, yeah, it's kind of way better for our system and for what we have, and for cost efficiency for like actually spending
Yeah.
the money on.
Well, and I don't really have to worry about it because I did do solar. And you're right, Angry Quad. The only reason why I don't is I'm not like I don't. It's cooler in those two front rooms right now. I just don't go in there because it's the noise. And yes, central cooler cooling is way quieter, but it's just I also don't like that. I want to be cool, but also that air regular central air for some reason it bugs me. Unless I got really hot, then I don't mind it. And we only have it for well, now it's 2 months. It used to be first like a couple weeks, we used to say, and then it was like 3 to 4, and now it's 4 to 6. Now it's 2 to 3 months now. So, all right,
Yeah,
enough about being a baby.
yeah, we
There
actually
is
have
a
a couple questions. Real quick,
yeah,
Nicole asked if I could show the mini split system. I
yeah,
can show it one more time on here again,
yes.
if you want to see it. Uh, you see that little, that's just like a star decoration hanging in front of it there. But
Oh,
yeah, that's just a little system. And then right on the outside of the house, there's like a small unit. It's honestly only about 10 inches wide. It sits maybe 2 feet tall and like 2 feet wide, and it's just got a little fan and it does blow some hot air outside there. Like it's got like the small like the compressor out there. Um, but yeah, if you want more information, email. You can email me. I can yeah send you some info on mini splits, and they actually are. It's silent too. It's quiet. There's no sound at all that comes from the inside unit. But here we
yeah,
got a couple questions here.
let's go.
We had
Yeah, I used to be the same way, Angry, or not Angry Quad. Rob, uh, I used to get cold very easy, so I guess I didn't mind. But I guess being an old fart, I'm getting warmer
no,
and
I
warmer.
get freezing. Like if I'm in AC all day, I'll be cold. Like I've gotten cold in here a few times, and then when we've gone out and it's like 100 degrees, I'm like, it kind of feels nice out here. Feels like after 15, 20 minutes that changes, but at first,
That was like Vegas. We'd be going down the boardwalk, go in the casino to the next door to go back on the boardwalk from casino to casino. It was like, oh, okay, now I can go back out because you'd be so cold in those
yeah, it
casinos.
gets too cold and then it's too hot, and it's like the battle of back and forth. Uh, but
All right. What was
Jay
our first
actually,
question?
what's that?
What was our first question?
Yeah, Jay actually asked a few minutes ago, how do we prevent our toes from curling and getting red after wearing shoes? So that's one thing. I do get I get spasms. My toes do want to curl in like that, Jay. I know what you're talking about, and I do think early on or earlier on in my injury years ago, I probably had curled toes in my shoes often. Um, Leah does a really good job at helping me try to straighten them and make sure that they go flat. And that's when they start. I know they can still curl, and they do try to curl. I know they do. I can see them sometimes, like I can see. Um, but so I once they're in there, I don't know. The only thing I could just suggest is when you have somebody, if you're having somebody help you put them on, just see if they can help flatten them. Even when I used to do my shoes myself, sometimes like I would try to flatten them out, but I know a lot of times I would have a curled toe under there. Just the just the nature of it, just trying to shove it in there. Um, but
Um, Also, Jay, where is it getting red? Is it on like the knuckle part of the toes, or is it at the end of the toes?
on his
You know,
big
it's
toes, I
like,
think I get pressure sores on my big toes.
so it's like a catch 22, also saying, oh, buy a half a size bigger. But if you're actually having those spasms where it's making your toes curl, that might not be the solution. I always buy mine a half an inch because often I'll open the door with my feet. You know, my toes are sticking out. And so the first thing that's hitting is my toes. And it doesn't cause my toes to curl, it causes my toenails to curl into my skin. I don't know if you get that too, Sean. It doesn't look like it.
I do get a little bit of that as well. Yeah, my toenails do like to curl down around, and then like my one big toenail keeps trying to curve more and more like a hat bill. Like it's like trying to fold into like a U shape now. Like it's no longer like that. It's like it's like really got it like a C. It's like a real shape to it. Yeah, so I don't. I wish I had advice for those things. I haven't really done much. The one thing that's helped is just keeping my toes more maintained, like trimmed and things. But
So, and then Jay said, I've tried a few different styles, but end up wearing sandals most of the time because I get pressure sores on my big toe. Um, and that's because it curls into your sole, I guess. Dang, that's so it sounds like a no-win situation. And what um, there's got to be like stuff webbing where you kind of put in between your toes. It would might spread your toes out, but kind of look at companies, you know, that might make products for geriatric more because they have those issues. Um, it's hard to say the knuckle and the end. Yeah.
okay, I, we actually just had the Be Breezy Brion that was our guest for today. Just actually, I can see her calling into the show right now. I know we're already near the end of the show. Maybe if Bobby, if you have a little bit of time, we can go a little extended, go an extra 15, 20 minutes, and just give her a little bit of an interview here at the end, um, since we've kind of gotten a little bit of our open discussion here. But all right, let's go ahead real quick.
Was there any other, just real quick? I don't want to leave anybody. We were asking for questions. Any other ones we should get to
Um,
as she's
a
coming
couple
on?
other cushion questions. So let's maybe have a
Yeah, there you go. If it's
cushion
cushion.
conversation.
Yeah, I see one of just asking if we tried it.
'Cause I know Teresa asked. Okay,
Yeah.
one second. Hey, we're on 1 second. Let me adjust screens here. Okay.
Do, do, do.
Hey, welcome.
Hey
And
everybody.
How are you? And is it just wanted to make sure? Is it Brion, or do you want to just be called Breezy, or how
You
would you
call me Breezy.
Breezy? Okay.
Yeah, Breezy.
Okay, Breezy, I'm glad you can make it. Um, we are, we've just kind of been hanging out doing like open discussion, answering some questions
Mm.
people had. But let's go ahead and get into a little bit of
your story.
let you introduce yourself, get into a couple of questions, and then we'll go for just a little longer here. We'll go for the next like half hour, and we can kind of give you some time to shine and tell your story here a bit.
Let's find out who you are.
Okay, I'm Brianna. Everyone knows me as Be Breezy on social media. I am a C6 quadriplegic from a car accident when I was 4 years old. It was a high speed chase. A boy was 16-year-old boy. He was running from the cops and ran the red light, and he ended up hitting the car that I was in, and my body ejected from the seat belt, and it broke my C5, C6, and yeah, after that, as I got older, I had a lot of complications, but I came through them. I began doing makeup for a coping mechanism because I used to always get sad and down because I couldn't like do what other people can do, and so I just go on YouTube and I search up Jacqueline Hill or Jackie Ina, and here I am today.
Oh, that's great. Before we get into your makeup, because I know that's one of your things you love to show off, and how you're doing and putting that beautiful face on yourself. But just real quick, you don't have to dive too deep. But what were some of the complications, as you said before, where you are today?
Well, I couldn't feed myself. I couldn't dress myself. I was getting a lot of UTIs, and I was in and out the hospital a lot. Um, when I had like get colds, I'll get like bad colds to where I had to be in the hospital, and I get pneumonia, and I was in and out of the hospital to the point where I had to get special classes, so I had to go to special ed, and they wasn't really giving me all the accommodations I needed. So I was in and out of school. I had to go back for 2 more years to get my diploma. Um, that's about it.
Yeah, but I mean, and I'm sure it's hard at a young age to be injured. We've had a couple others, and um, yeah, it's that first you trying to grow up with a disability is not always
Hmm.
so. Good job though. You looks like you've overcome it and everything.
Yeah. Hey, Angel. I see my cousins in here.
That's great.
Yosha.
They've actually been in here, I think, since the beginning supporting. So,
Yeah, they kept calling me. Where are you? Stop coming. Fashion
uh,
Week.
and I was gonna ask you too. So, on that, you're talking about your journey and stuff, and like you kind of when you wanted to start doing makeup to kind of like feel more normal, feel better. What age was that when you were kind of first starting to like go through that and kind of want to develop those skills?
Age 11.
Oh, 11. Wow, so that was you were young then. You were
Yeah, age 11. Cause that's when cause growing up, I was never like discluded. I wasn't always included in like all my activities with my cousins and everything. And my mama, she made me feel normal and stuff. But I don't know why, but the age 11, it just triggered me. Like I had got so depressed. And I told my cousins like I feel like I'm never gonna walk again. And they used to always like hug me and say, "You never know what's in a guy's hand. You may be walking tomorrow. You never know. Just keep prayed up." And that's when I just started going on the internet and I found makeup was more helpful, like to bring up my, spirits.
That's great.
yeah.
No, the little start like that. And so, how
Mm-hmm.
was it? How was it at first? So you're 11 years old, and Sean and I. Well, Sean knows more about makeup than I do, but all I know is blush. But tell us about that. Starting out, was it frustrating?
Yeah, it was frustrating because I didn't I can't hold a brush like everybody else, and I'm like, how am I gonna hold the brush? And I was a stubborn baby, and in PT they always wanted to put the little hand things on me to hold the pencil. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to like figure it out myself. So like I got the brush like right here, and that's when I was tweaking around my fingers, and I was like, oh, let me put the brush between
There
my
you go.
fingers and just start doodling on my face. And yeah, so I'll find a way. I don't. Yeah, I'll find a
Love
way
it.
to do
That's actually the
it.
way you held that one is like almost exactly how I hold a pen to write. Like
Yeah,
through my two, yeah, through my middle finger and ring finger,
yeah,
and then up through my thumb. That's funny. That's
yeah. Cause the
exactly
way
yeah, the
write,
same way.
I write with both hands. I like hold this thumb,
Oh,
this
okay.
thumb,
And you put
and
pressure
I'll
on
just
it. I, that's
yeah,
that's funny. Yeah, no, that's so cool. The way that we all like develop different
uh
ways to
huh,
hold things and do the different
yeah.
stuff like that, little techniques. But yeah, holding little brushes or pens, like those small things, it's hard.
Mm,
Like I
yeah.
definitely commend you on trying like doing those brushes on a regular
Like right
basis.
now, I want to learn how to cook.
There
So
you go.
yeah,
Very
I'm
cool.
trying
And
to see how I'm gonna be able to reach the stove and stuff without burning myself. I've
mhm.
been on YouTube.
Nice, yeah. And I do also have your, I did get your email. I have, if you guys want to follow Breezy, I have her YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok all linked down in the description below. So you guys can click
Yeah.
on that and follow if you guys want to check out her content, stuff she's
It's
making.
going to be possible, definitely possible to cook out there. There's many devices that a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
use, like a mirror that kind of reflects from your stovetop or the counter down.
Mm-hmm.
You can see what's going on inside if you can't see that.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, yeah. So
Oh, okay.
there's a lot out there. Just keep. It's about
Yeah, I'm gonna be emailing y'all. How do y'all do this? How do y'all do that?
there
Yeah,
you
that's
go.
what we're
Well,
here. That's what the community is like
Yeah.
great for here. We can ask each other. Everybody's got their own things they figured out. They either figured out on their own, they saw somebody, somebody told them. It just passed down knowledge and or learned. Super cool.
Yeah.
Have you started trying to do any cooking already? You starting to learn like different things?
No, no, but I had brought the little stove. I forgot the there's a couple on YouTube. I forgot but he had a stove that a portable stove that he set on the counter, and he just cooks from like on his counter. So I had brought that,
There
and I asked one of my cousins to teach me how to cook. She said she's gonna teach me how to cook.
you go. Yeah, that's what. If you have somebody that knows how to cook, just they can help you on the cooking part. You just have to figure out how to adapt the little things and make it easier for
Yeah.
you to do. So that's
Hmm.
cool.
and try to develop the style that you like. I would say always, be cautious of hot and boiling water. And
Yeah.
Hmm.
yeah, there's going to be times like I've had friends and myself, where you get little burn marks on your forearms because you're trying to do something.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain to my mom because when I was little, like my freshman year, I was um I was home by myself. I was cooking some noodles and I was trying to do it on my own, and I ended up wasting like the boiling water, and she freaked out and I wanted to cook again. I was like, I didn't care that little burn. I'm gonna get a burn here and there. It's gonna be fine. I know what to do next time. You learn, you live.
Yeah.
You,
Yep. As long as it's
you
not
know,
Yeah.
something they're in recovery, yeah. Go
I
ahead.
always have a saying, Breezy, if you don't fall out of your wheelchair at least once, you're not trying hard enough. I don't want
I most
anybody to
definitely fell
fall.
out of my chair a lot.
I don't want anybody to fall and hurt themselves, but what I mean by it is if hey, at least you're going out there giving it your all and trying your hardest. So,
Right.
little things like that is going to happen, especially when our dexterity is not at par with everybody else. But there's a
Mhm.
will, there's a way. One of um, our live to roll guys, he said there's a cookware called Visions, clear pots and pans. So,
Oh, I'm gonna have to
um,
write that down.
yeah. And we got your Instagram. I'm going to follow you so you can reach out whenever you have that question.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
no, that
right.
is cool. That's another. I actually didn't know that's a cool thing though to be able to have a clear pot or pan to be able to see through. That you don't have to. But the mirror's a good idea too. I hadn't heard of that either, actually, Bobby.
Yeah, I've seen that. There's also boards, cutting boards, where the board, the cutting board has the knife that is just on the cutting board. So it's kind of like I guess
Mhm.
Oh, like
I
a
can't,
chopper, like yeah, it's like it's
chopper,
Uh,
yeah, kind of like the old style of when you used to cut paper. Well, you're probably too young, but in my back in my day, we used to have it so you can cut your paper with this big cutter.
yeah, the paper cutters.
oh,
Yeah,
it's like scissors, but a
Yeah.
big chop.
sort of,
So the
and
other thing that I actually have that Leah had bought me, that's it's called KFK Designs.
Mm.
Oh, she's gonna grab it. But a friend of ours, Kelly, he's a quad. He makes quad stuff, and I actually have a knife. It has like a um, oh, she's handing it to me. Oh yeah, I actually do have that one. Yeah, but this one does work a lot better. I don't. Whoops. So it's upside down,
be careful.
but I know I gotta be careful here. But yeah, I see it actually has this like, so I hold, it has a handle to hold, and then the one part wraps around my hand, and then this part your wrist wraps around. So your wrist drops in here. I can do it. It just got to get it on here. What? Oh,
And there's a lot of little things. It's about digging into the internet and trying to find what's gonna work for you. Because I love to cook too, Breezy, but I like to do it outside because I have more control. I built
Mhm.
I built my barbecue down lower, so it's a lot
Mhm.
easier for me to have an open grill than rather pots and pans. And a little bit. I'm a C5, C6 quadriplegic as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oops. That one's just here.
But it's all about the style. The one thing question I do have to getting back to some of your makeup, it's those compact device. There you go, Sean.
It took a second, and but yeah, see, my
Hey,
hand
Mackenzie.
wraps around the one, and then it's got like a little thing that holds my hand on the other side, and then it sticks in the wrist on both sides. So I
Oh,
can
okay.
kind
I
of,
need that.
so I can chop, yeah, like, and I do more of a rocking chop. I
Mhm.
do like I rock back and forth to cut like
Mhm.
through like a potato or a vegetable or whatever. That's all I've really tried to cut. Um, but yeah, it has worked and it works really good. So that's one of the cool little quad knives made by a quad that's four quads.
So
Oh,
is it? Do you have to hold like whatever you're cutting with that, or do you have something that you use?
So what I do is I actually just put like the main thing I've cut is potatoes, uh, and I'll usually have put them just on the cutting board in front. I've just kind of tried to balance it in the middle and rock it and do it. And so far, I've been successful. I keep my other hand out of the way. I keep everything. I try to keep it all pretty safe and there. But I actually did shoot a little video, and I'm going to plan to do a little another one. But I do want to try to post some like that to show. And then the other one, I've actually had this for like a lot of years and never really used it. But they also make ones like this that just have a strap on them. Like it just has a strap on so you can like strap it to your hand. This one has the cover on it, so a little safer to.
Yeah,
But yeah, they have
yeah.
some pretty cool options. Oh yeah, and then Leah also did buy me this, and I used this a couple times, but it was hard when I was slicing tomatoes. There it is. So this actually is a cutting board for a one-handed person, and you can adjust this thing, and it locks in like these slide together, and then can like I put the tomato in it and was able to slice slices like through it. But yeah, that's actually it's made by somebody who's an amputee. So that was made for somebody or a stroke, sorry. But they only had one arm functioning. So it's basically it holds things for you so that you can do it with one hand. Um, but yeah, what's it called? I don't remember what it's called, but we can look it up and try to for
Yeah.
anybody for
Maybe,
Breezy or anybody looking for it.
Sean, maybe put it in the description after we're done here.
There you go. That's a better one. Yeah.
But enough about us. So you were about to tell us about your how to open up those little compact makeup. I can just imagine it's like sometimes
Yeah.
a biatch where you're just like using your mouth
Yeah,
and
because every time, see the ones with the tops, I just take off and throw them away because I don't got time. Like my powders, I'll screw the tops off. Well, I'll get like my mom or somebody to screw the tops off, like just a little bit, or sometimes I'll just throw them away. Because they be in my way and it be taking hard. It's hard to open them. Or I'll just use my teeth and everybody will get irritated. I'm like, stop using your mouth. I was like, well, this is the only way I can do it, and I don't want to keep asking y'all. So
yeah.
yeah, I just wish they had a lot of things that you can just pull open, and or you can click. The world be better.
Not, do you ever take makeup and put it in something that might be easier to use? Or, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with makeup as much as Sean, but are there ways to put it in things that would make it easier, containers or something?
Um, yeah, sometimes I'll put them like in a small container or a plastic bag or yeah, I'll find somewhere around the house where I just put it in there instead of the actual, container where I have the screws.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Hmm.
Um, do you have certain like brands or makeups that you like for like the application for like like either the container that it comes in because like or the tube it comes in whatever it is or like the brush something that comes with or do you just kind of use what
Or I like the crayon case because all of it I feel like is wheelchair approved. I call it, um, or I call it quad approved because a lot of the tops where you could just pull off, a lot of them you don't have to like screw. Like I can't find it right now because I was rushing and it's junky right where I'm here right now. But yeah, a lot of that's the owner name. All her quick stuff is wheelchair accessible. And NYX and Elf. Well, no, not Elf. Sorry, Elf.
That's, so you're doing yourself makeup, and if anybody follows you on Instagram, which will be in our description, it is in our description, but so you're doing your own makeup. Have you thought about others? Are you doing your friends? Thought about doing that professionally?
Yes, I actually want to do it professionally. I'm trying to build up the confidence on doing other people's because how it took a long time for me to get adjusted on how to like do my face and stuff with my hands. Now I gotta do it on another person. I do have like my dad he had brought me a what type of chair that calls when that chair when people get a massage on, that type of chair. He brought me that chair so I could put in the bag and a ring light and that way people can lay on it and I'm gonna start taking clients soon. I've been doing my cousins and my sisters and I
That's
like
just
it.
great. I mean, you're so
Yeah.
young. You got so much to build off of that, and I'm sure you can make a lot out of it. And I know that when you get up there in the high end range, it's good money.
Hmm.
And I wanted to say, Cherry, also reach out to me. I know one person that might be able to help in your area. So um, at my Instagram, SEI Quadfather. So sorry about that.
Do you
So
have anything?
our friend Olivia, she asks, do you ever think about submitting accessible makeup container ideas?
That's a good idea. I have to think about that.
There you go. There you go.
yeah.
Look at all these endless possibilities we've been giving you with cooking and makeup.
Mm.
What are the one of the other things I was going to ask you is so you started developing like your makeup skills at 11. I'm sure that took some time to figure out, but how many other things did that lead to with your independence? Because I'm sure that like once you start trying to figure out how to hold those and do those, makes other things easier to do because you realize like, oh, if I can hold this brush, I could probably, hold this pen. I can hold the fork. I can hold, I can do all these things more independently. So
Yeah, I started doing a lot of other things independent, like putting my own food in the microwave safely, like putting the towel over my legs so I won't burn it.
There you go.
Um, how to like scoot things not like close to me and not like hurry up and get it. Taking my time and yeah, that's about that.
No, that's you said it right there. Taking your time, and I applaud you on that. Putting a towel over your lap. Just yesterday, I was talking with somebody that's been an angel right now to myself and my family, and she's helping us out. She's actually my daughter-in-law and married to my stepson. And I was sitting there talking to her, and I had a cup of coffee, and I had it right here, just the coffee. And I'm like, everything that I talk about on Live to Roll, like, don't have coffee over the top or of your legs or anything. I'm like, great, and I'm telling on myself, but I was just like, dang, everybody would be upset if they saw this, knowing I could burn myself, just like that.
yeah, you gotta be smart on it.
I'm
Don't
Yeah.
just.
going, we're getting a little sound problem, Sean.
I don't know what that is. Or let me see if I can figure out what mic. I think it's coming from Breezy's mic. I'm not sure if there's a background or if.
Mine.
Or did you just turn on your fan, Sean?
No,
It was on.
but
So currently, what are you doing now? Are you in school? Are you thinking about going to beauty school? Or have you done?
I wanna go to esthetician school. Um, I was working, but it started messing with my social security income, so I had to stop working, which I was kind of irritated about because I was working there for the longest. I was working at the Superdome.
Uh,
Um, yeah, that's about it.
are you in North
But
Carolina or
I'm in New Orleans.
you're in New Orleans? Okay, yeah, no, that's great. I love New Orleans.
Yeah,
I've never been yet.
it's good to travel.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Is that where
Yeah,
you've been your
good to
whole life?
travel. Yeah,
That's where you've been. Okay, cool. Yeah. Um,
I don't plan on living, staying.
There you go. Yeah, it's beautiful. Except you probably have to deal with a little bit of that humidity and the heat out there.
yeah, that's what we were talking about heat and humidity and moisture and stuff earlier. But yeah, that is definitely you are in one of those hot, humid areas that gets.
Yeah, I don't know what it want. I don't know if it's gonna be cold, hot,
Yeah.
fall, spring.
Yeah. Before we start wrapping up here soon, uh, give us some tips. Not that I need it, Sean needs it more, but makeup tips for those out there, uh, with a disability or not.
Um, Take your time, blend, blend, blend till you get your ankles. I mean your wrist hurts. Um, get more lighting. Have a lot of lighting so you can see what you're doing. Um, for our quads, all our hands aren't the same, so but it's really the fingers. Stick some brushes through the fingers. Files to call quads out there. If you don't want to use the what is called the hand? Is it the
Like a
hand
cup
grip? Yeah,
yeah.
if you don't want to use it.
Like the
Just
cuff. Yeah.
yeah, the handcuff.
Oh, have you ever thought about using? So I just thought it was because the cuff and things like that are cool. But have you seen I forgot what they're called now. The easy holds. Easy holds. They're just like a little silicone, uh, like basically like it's like rubber. Here, Leah's gonna grab one for me. I'll use the small one. That's probably a good one for makeup brush.
Yeah,
They have really different sizes, but they have these like tiny ones. Like so, this is like a. It's like a silicone. It looks like a strap, but this can go on either side. Oh, she's gonna put it on a pen for me. um, let's see. Yeah, see, you can put them on either side of like a pen or like a brush,
Oh,
and then it gives you like a little bit of a like you can stick your finger, your
like
thumb.
a grip.
Yeah, so it just goes on to anything, and they fit around anything. But
Okay, where you get that from?
they're called Easy Hold. Easy Hold. I can send you. Yeah, we can send you like a link on Instagram or on the email, and put them in the description for people. But yeah, they're actually pretty cheap. Had them on the show before. Um, they even sell them on Amazon. Actually, if you search on Easy Hold, they're an Amazon like featured
Okay.
now. But yeah, that's one of the things that they show they're really good for is like small stuff like that because you can, and then you can adjust it. Like you can shorten. Kind of so trying to slide the little rubber piece in. Honestly, you want mouth, I don't care.
Yeah.
But
See,
yeah,
he
like
gotta
it's
use
short.
his teeth, y'all. I'm not the
Yeah,
only
that's it.
one.
That's a. But like, yeah, see, like squeezing it closer together makes it open up more. Oh yeah, see, he's got a giant one. So they have the big
so
ones, they have
like
small ones.
Okay.
so
But like,
like if I use this on my electric toothbrush and on my shaver. So it's really like John was just saying, big or small. You can buy the variety pack, which I would recommend, and
and they're
they have it.
colorful.
Yeah. So for like your your what is it called, Sean? You know makeup more than I do. You're like when you're doing your
Makeup
eyes.
brushes.
A brush, yeah.
It's really nice that to just it might be odd at first trying to find the right placement, but like
Mm-hmm.
on this is the exercise bar I use, but I only need it on one side. My left, I just have a better wrist, and my right, I don't have any
Yeah,
wrist.
me too. All right.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
But yeah, those are another cool one. I think for like makeup brushes, I feel like that especially be a nice because they are so small. Um,
Mm.
but, but yeah, that's cool. And yeah, Sarah said that's pretty nifty. And
And then the last thing I was going to show you, Breezy, it's just small, but it's easy. I mean, these are the simplest things you can find is um, scissors
Oh,
that you
I
can
have those.
you have these. Aren't these great?
Yeah, well, I had one. They had broke. I can't find that exact kind anymore on Amazon. But I
You
had
can
that one.
find they have it at activehands.com,
Hmm.
and that's where you'll find some cookware there. They're famous for their grips. Like they have these gloves that if you're playing like let's just say tennis or something like that, you need a big something grippy. It's easy. There's so many possibilities out there, and it looks like that you've already started digging in. Uh,
Yeah.
one thing, one thing I want to show you is also the stick. I get these on Amazon, and what this is a sticky little end that I have to do wash to make it sticky again after time. But if you
Hmm.
ever drop your makeup container, I don't know if you ever did that, you can reach down and pick it up, and it will stick to this.
Okay, because I was gonna ask you the next question. What is the? Because I've been having this reacher right here for the longest, but it doesn't pick up everything. This reacher right here.
Right? Yeah, and
So
that's
it's
great.
hard because I gotta go like this because I can't squeeze this, and I just make it tight like that. Or I'll use my mouth to close
Yeah. So there's these things. They're called stick, where you can buy the pack, where it's the sticky and a magnet. So it's something that is magnetic. You can pick off the ground. Um, so there's so many things out there. It's just really looking. It sounds like you got a good start to how to find everything.
Here,
Yeah.
real quick too, I was going to show you. Uh, oops, sorry. That same company that makes the knife I have, they make this thing,
Uh-huh.
this reacher. So this is the back end of it.
Uh-huh.
This is
Back up
actually
if
the
you
reacher.
can, Sean.
What?
Back up if you can a little.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
can
you gotta
back
back
up.
up.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, here we go. So yeah,
Uh,
it's a quad reacher, so it's two-handed. So it actually has a thing for your hand, a thumb here, and then this is
Uh-huh.
the handle here, and then just pull back and
Yes, I need that.
so yeah, you can like reach down. You can oops.
yeah, Sean, if you can put Kelly's website in there, that's perfect.
Yes, you should give it to me all. Give me all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So
I
this is
want
a
so much.
cool little cool quad tool there. Also, but I'll make sure to add Kelly's and the Easy Hold links in there, and I'll send them to you too. All right. So
Where
yeah,
is where is Tom?
oh yeah, Tom's actually not actually on the channel anymore. Uh,
Oh, okay.
so can
Yeah.
I ask you a question then? So that's what. So you were on with us before then, a few years ago, right?
Yes.
So I remember. I was like, okay. I was
I
like,
was like, y'all remember me?
I know we had you on here, and I just couldn't remember. I was
Yeah.
like it's just yeah. Like I was
Yeah.
telling Bobby, we've been doing the show for 6 years now, and you were probably what like 2022, 2020,
I think it was
21,
22. It
21.
was a
Yeah,
long.
yeah, it was a long time ago. Okay,
Yeah.
that's why
Yeah, he was the one that told me about the mitral
Mitch. No, yeah,
surgery uh,
yeah,
argumentation. Yeah, I had went to go get the consultation, and they said that I would have to get the mitral valve and the augmentation.
yeah, and the bladder augmentation to enlarge your bladder.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my mama to like be on board with it. She's not on board.
What do you do now? Do you just like
I
intermittent
just
cath?
do. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, and it costs
Yeah,
a lot
Bobby and
of.
I actually both use. We both have the super pubic catheters, so it
Mm-hmm.
is like that. But yeah, no, the if you do want some more information on that, like that there is some good information out there on.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we were trying to do some stuff that talk about those again, but yeah.
Yes. When y'all be on that topic again, I want to be on that show. 'Cause I got some thoughts.
Okay. No, that's awesome. Yeah, if we have another one of those bladder shows, then yeah, that'd be a good one for sure. Oh, we'll definitely make sure to invite you back sooner because I honestly probably has been. I think you had to have been maybe even 2021. You've been like 5 years now, I think, since we've had
Yeah.
you. Okay. All right. Awesome. Well, I'm really glad that we did get you back here, and you're able to tell a little bit more of your story, talk about more some of the stuff, independent stuff, and a lot of the newer viewers and things that went around to hear some of the cool stuff. Yeah, that you do with makeup and things.
Yes. Thank y'all for inviting me. I had fun learning all type of new things.
Awesome. Yeah, no, that's why we want to hear from you. We want to hear your story. We want to hear all of this stuff you're doing. Yeah, but it's also
Yeah.
we're all a community, so we're all here to share, help
Yes.
each other, and um, learn from
Also,
each
if y'all want
other.
to help me learn how to drive, y'all can give me some information on that too.
Oh, driving? You start.
Yeah, I want to learn how to drive.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. That's a good one. And that is something that I know we want to do sometime talk about driving. So
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, for sure. No, we'll definitely keep you in mind then and keep you for.
Crazy, reach out to me and we can find you. You need to go through driver's training first, and
Mm-hmm.
we just need to find one in your area.
Yeah. Okay.
And is that your Mia Brown asked if it's a motorcycle in the back? I don't know if you're asking for me or Bobby, but we both have the same. That's it's actually an electric, like an e-bike hand cycle. So it attaches to the front of the wheelchair, and it is like a hand cycle bike. And Bobby has his
Yeah,
back
that's
there
my
too.
yeah.
So yeah, it's not a motorcycle, but it is an electric uh, cycle, but it is a bike. Yeah. But awesome. All right, so let me go ahead real quick too. We wrap up. Thank our sponsors here for the show. There we go. Thank our sponsors, Mobility Professionals and Urology Professionals. Mobility Professionals is a local DME here in Southern California. So anybody in the Southern California area looking for a new wheelchair or a new commode, anything like that, give them a call. They can get you all set up. They'll come out to you, get you measured, get you everything figured out with insurance. And then Urology Professionals is their sister company. They're nationwide, so anywhere in the country, if you need urological supplies, they can ship them directly to your doorstep. They'll help you take care of everything with insurance. They'll call your doctor, get everything figured out, as long as they can take in your insurances as well. But give them a call. Great company, great supporters of the community of Live to Roll. So we appreciate all their support. And then Thursday, Bobby will be back with the Rolling Over the Hill with the guys on Thursday. So check out Thursday at 3:30. We got another great show for you guys. And then Bobby, you guys have a topic already?
Yeah, we're going to continue our burnout, being burned out with a disability. And, you know, we showed a lot to you, Breezy, of some of these products that we use. So I think we'll also feature some of that. It'll be a hangout. Come join us. We haven't done that in a while on our Thursday show. And we can say, you know what?
That sounds good. All right, so make sure to
Yeah.
check that out on Thursday, guys. And then also, real quick, I'm also always trying to shout out when I can here. Wednesdays, tomorrow, same time, 3:30 Pacific, 6:30 Eastern. Um, East Coast Rollers, which is on the Rob and Tara, Kicking It with Rob and Tara channel. Yeah, others on there, so that's a great show as well. All same time, 3:30 Pacific, 6:30 Eastern. So tomorrow, Thursday as well. Make sure to check out all the different community content that's out there. We do all appreciate your support. And, yeah, thanks Breezy again for coming on again and hanging out with us and talking and telling more of your story.
Yeah.
So we really do appreciate you. And we'll definitely have you back on here again for some more topics in the future.
Definitely.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate your support. Make sure you do stay subscribed. Click that little bell to get notified for any shows coming up. We do appreciate everybody's comments, likes, everything. So thank you guys, and live to roll, everybody.
Take the rule.